Okay, we're back. Remember last time we talked about the basic unit of all life, which is the cell, and this is an animal cell. But wait.
What about plants? Plants.
Oh, okay, well here, let's talk about plant cells then. Come on down. Okay, notice how the plant cell is a lot different than an animal cell. Well, okay, some things are the same. For example, we have right here the nucleus. Yeah, you got that right. So let's talk about the nucleus.
Okay, so on your paper, you can see it a lot better than we can right here. But the nucleus in this picture is right here in the plant cell. It's going to have the same function as the nucleus in the animal cell. It's going to contain the genetic material and directs the cell's activities.
Very good. So what did we talk about next?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. How about this one? Cytoplasm.
Cytoplasm. Okay,
You know what that is.
this one is like the animal cell. The cytoplasm, remember, is the jelly-like stuff all the way around that everything floats in. So in the plant cell, it's this area right here.
All the area. Just like the animal cell, all the liquid stuff that's around the organelles. That's its function, that the organelles float in it.
Okay.
Okay? What's this big thing right here? This big thing in the middle. It's
Okay.
not the nucleus, that's what I thought maybe.
This is a big difference. Notice this very large, empty, bubble-like area. You know what it is? Yes, you're right. That is the vacuole. That is a big difference. Remember how little and tiny the vacuole was in an animal cell? It is humongous, relatively, in a plant cell, and it has a little bit different function.
Why is it so big?
Well, it does two things, and you might want to write that down too.
Okay.
Yes, it does stored food, water, and waste, but it helps to support the plant. That's called turgor pressure.
Right.
Okay.
It helps the plant stand up tall.
In fact, if you've ever seen a plant that is wilted, what's going on is this has been squished all down so that the cell kind of sags. So it just gets smaller. So it helps to actually inflate the cell, more or less.
So when the vacuole's empty and it doesn't have as much water in it, what happens to the plant?
It wilts
Starts to
and
wilt.
starts to come down.
So you need to water your plant. It will fill the vacuole and the plant will
Come back
hopefully
up.
stand back up if it's not dead yet.
Once again, turgor pressure. Remember that word. Okay.
Okay.
Next.
The next thing, let's just go right here to the outside of the cell, the very, very outside of the cell.
Okay, the outside of the cell. This is also different. This is the cell wall. Notice that it is a box-like shape, and it does a couple different things. It gives support. It's kind of strong, kind of like a skeleton, but it's on the outside, and it also, it does let some stuff in and out, but we'll get to that in a second with the cell membrane. So show us where that is.
Okay, so on your plant cell, it's going to look like two separate structures on the outside. The very far outside one is going to be the wall, the cell wall. The very exterior part of your cell. Okay?
So it's kind of like a cardboard box. So it's stronger, but it does have a little bit of give. So like a cardboard box. So what do we have next?
Okay, well, just inside that plant cell, there was another structure that I mentioned. What's that? Cell membrane. Now, that was in the animal cell also, right?
It was, and if you look at our model here, this is the cell membrane inside here, and it still does the same things. It's letting in different materials in and out of the cell, and I guess if this is the cell wall, let me see here, that would be the cell membrane. Once again, flexible, and it's inside of the cell wall.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, so on your picture, you're going to see that little line just inside the cell wall, and that is your cell membrane. Okay, your cell membrane. Okay, we still have two organelles left. Let's go to this one.
Okay.
Mitochondria. Heard that word before.
Yeah, the mitochondria. Yes, once again, we have the mitochondria. Remember the angry jelly beans.
jelly
They
beans.
produce the power of the cell. It's the power producer of the cell. And they are also. Now, you got to be a little careful in a plant cell because the mitochondria look like the next thing or the last thing we're going to talk about, especially if it's a black and white photo. But the mitochondria kind of looks like an angry jelly bean. And the next thing,
the chloroplast has the same kind of basic shape on the outside, but the inside is going to look different. So look on this model.
okay, look carefully. Now you notice, first of all, it's green. Okay, that's why plants are green. And it's got these chloroplasts inside, and that's what you're seeing when we do a cutaway. This is what absorbs the energy of the sun, and this is where photosynthesis actually takes place. Only plant cells have chloroplasts, so that's one of the major differences. Only plant cells have cell walls.
So
Show us
a
where
lot
they are.
of times on pictures, you might see it like this, and you might see little circles inside your chloroplast. And that's how you can tell a difference between your chloroplast and your mitochondria. You'll see these little circles, and this is where photosynthesis happens inside the plant cell.
Okay, all right. Pretty good.
So I think we got it, but you want to do a quick review?
Okay, this is gonna be a really quick review.
Okay, so pay attention.
Go.
The cytoplasm is oregano.
Chloroplast,
The mitochondria produce
cell membrane control
now the nucleus is
the cell wall.
and then the vacuum stores water turkey pressure.
Ta-da! So show one last shot.